I just pulled up to the work site. I'm working at Home Depot selling ACs, and what's crazy is my job, I just came from a meeting, right? We have a weekly meeting for sales. And they mentioned that the revenue for the company, well, the valuation, he said, was $1 billion. I just looked it up. The revenue, the annual revenue is over $1 billion in this company that I'm working for. I got my little bro next to me. I said, you hear that, bro? $1 billion. With the B, billion. I'm getting paid like $20 an hour. Some people may be like, yo, what do you mean? Aren't you comfortable? How are you comfortable? Aren't you getting paid? Aren't you able to pay your bills? How are you comfortable? Knowing that there are companies out here like this one that I'm working for, which is just one. It's just one. I'm sure Home Depot's worth a couple bill. I'm sure the car that you're in or the phone that you're using right now is worth a couple bill. I'm sure that the clothes you're wearing right now are worth millions. When you start to see this, it's like, how are people comfortable? There are literally, I believe the statistic is 50% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. This has nothing to do with fitness or health or any of that. It's just my current mindset. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make this into a time vault video. This is I think we're on time vault 15. I think that's what it is. You'll see it on the title. I haven't made one in a few weeks. Because so today is, what is the date? Hold on. It is the 16th. Today's the 16th of July. 16th of July, 2026. Time vault video. I've been at this current job for 6 months. You know, before this, I worked fast food and as a server. I was bouncing around between Chipotle, Wingstop, and serving. Right now, I'm doing this and Uber Eats in the evening just to simply pay the bills. With rent, with cars, with all the groceries and everything, I'm working 10, 11-hour days consistently just to pay the bills, just to make like $4K a month, which is the average income for a man in America. $4,000 a month, $1,000 a week. I'm currently building a business, online fitness coaching. I've always been involved in business. I've always had this desire in my heart. I was actually praying to God earlier to remove any desire that is not of Him, because ever since a kid, bro, so I was like 17 years old, He's put this desire to build, to create, to do something with like business, with entrepreneurship. I've worked in lawn businesses. I've done day trading. I've done real estate. I've done a bunch of different little like gigs here and there. I just cannot see myself 30 years old being comfortable working at a desk job or wherever. It sounds like poison to the soul. That's just not me. That's not who I am, and I know it. And I prayed to Him just to take any desire away that isn't of Him, because bro, it's very challenging. It's not easy. I wish I had it in me just to like be comfortable making $100K a year, $200K a year. I would probably go learn a skill set somewhere, probably be an electrician or some other trade and make some solid money that makes 100, 200, whatever. I'm just not that guy. I'm just not that guy. It's not me. And so $1 billion plus in revenue, I looked it up on ChatGPT. It breaks down to, I think it's like, what? I think it was like 300 mil in a month. 3, 6, 9, 12. It's a lot. Okay, it was a lot. It said it was a couple mil a day. How about that? A couple mil a day. I think it was like 3 mil. It's close to 3 mil a day. So 3 times 30 is what? 369. So like 90 mil a month. If that's right, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. Math check me, whatever. It's like lots of money. more than I can even comprehend having. And there's just people out there like comfortable with what they have, struggling, trying to make rent or trying to do this and that. I grew up in a middle class household. My parents, we never went hungry. The lights were always on. I always had a roof over my head. I've always had a car, all this stuff. But it's just crazy to me that like some people are comfortable. And it's the same thing that flows over into your health and fitness. If you're comfortable, why would you improve yourself? Why would you go to the gym if you're comfortable? That doesn't make any sense. You go to the gym to push yourself. Anyways, I've been working this job for about 6 months, $1 billion company, and I'm so hungry. I'm posting every day. I'm doing the stuff I need to do, but I haven't done it long enough or at high quality enough on the reps to go ahead and make it happen what I need to happen in my business, in my life, and attract the right clients so I can serve them and get them a result. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, bro, I mean, we're basically working on doing one YouTube video a day, a couple reels a day, 15 stories a day, posting a lot of content out there, and valuable content too, where you can take and you can implement, because information is not the problem. I'm learning how to dial in my messaging to actually shift people's beliefs, the belief system. That's the biggest thing for people, because all the information is out there. If you had the right beliefs aligned with your environment or the environment of the man who you want to be, bam, you could easily wake up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. You could easily hit the gym every day. You could easily eat clean. You could easily, do all this stuff. I say easily. Nothing's easy. It's not easy being fat. It's not easy being ripped. It's not easy working a job that you hate. It's not easy building a business. All this stuff, it's simple though. It is simple, and it becomes actionable, and you can execute on the actions you need to once you dial in who you are as a man, the beliefs within you that are holding you back. That's what I do as a coach, as a fitness coach. This is why the trainers at the gym do not work, because if you are not aligned with the whole entire man for 24 hours of the day, and you're not operating out of a certain belief system that allows you to get the result, it is impossible to live the lifestyle that you want to live. Period. Point blank, period. That's why when you hire a coach, or you go out and get more information or whatever it is, you still struggle to apply it because you haven't fully shifted. And this is getting deep. I know. I'm gonna cap this video at 10 minutes. $1 billion. Honestly, bro, I won't even know what I need to do. I would probably get crushed under the weight of $1 billion. I would probably do some I would wreck everything, and I'm aware of that. And that's also why I haven't hit 10K, because if I was making 10K a month, the amount of clients that is, and the delivery, the execution, the content, keeping up with everything, I'm not ready, or I would be there. I'm just not ready yet. I'm not good enough yet. But in any industry, there are top performers. In any business, there are top performers. I don't care where you're at around the world, what industry you are in. You can be successful if you are that dog. And I am that dog. And I will have this business up and going. It's been about a year I've been trying, and I've been failing. I've been hitting my head up against a wall again and again. And if you think big things are going to happen in a short amount of time, it's not. I'm willing to give blood, sweat, and tears for the next 5 years of this business. I'm willing to do it as long as it takes until I die, bro. Until I die. I don't care. That's the amount of commitment that you need. Burn the boats. You may say, Aiden, that's too extreme. Yeah, to be extraordinary, you need to be extraordinary. You need to be extreme. You need to be out of the ordinary. You cannot get what everybody has, or you cannot get the things that you want, that everybody wants, living like everybody else, having the things that you don't want. You got to do extremes. You got to be that guy. You got to step into them now. And yeah, this is gonna be a good video. I'm gonna come back onto this probably a year, 2 years, 5 years. I don't care. I don't know how. 6 months. I don't know how long it's gonna take. My goal is to hit that 10K before the year ends, a 10K a month, and help those clients out. But I don't know. However long it takes, I'm here for it. Do you have that mindset? Are you willing to do what it takes? Especially when you're young. I'm 24. I have no wife. I have no kids. I have nothing to lose. And that makes you the most dangerous. That makes me dangerous, brother. I have nothing to lose. What am I gonna lose? What? The only thing that I could think of is like my soul. And I just found God. I just found him in the last year. I started going to church. I started praying. And I refuse to trade that, bro. You're not gonna take that from me. It's gonna be a good video. All of these time vault videos, you can go back. I started making these time vault videos about, I think it's the same time, like a year ago. Back when I invested into my first mentorship with Tim Bands. Well, one of my first mentorships, but the most expensive one I've invested into. And I'm still working myself through that one. I should not have done that. That was kind of silly. I didn't have a plan. My plan was to make money in the business, but I jumped ship. And yeah, I literally cannot pay the credit cards. I'm in that situation right now. So yeah, bro, like I'm just figuring things out, doing my thing. God, he's doing works. He's doing wonders behind closed doors that you can't even see. I pray that this video reaches the right person. I pray that I'm able to come back on this in a certain amount of time and look at all the progress that I've made, and you can see the words that I'm talking about from the man who I was to the man who I now will be. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Continue building, continue on your journey, brother. Your journey is unique. Nobody else knows it. There are top performers and top producers, and there are failures. There are winners and there are losers in the world. You get to decide which one do you want to be. You get to decide, nobody else. Stay dangerous. Bye for now.